I know that we have this guy over my face. That's handled now. Well, hi everybody. Happy Friday. I hope the videos are restful and productive for y'all. I'd say 50-50 for me. There's some things I wanted to get done for Shootlancer, and my brain didn't do them. My brain just went lol very loudly and said no. So we'll see if I can pull it together after stream is over. But it's good to see everybody. I did also very briefly consider playing Hunter x Hunter Nen. I almost said Ned Impact. Golly. Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact today. But as I was thinking to myself about it a second ago, I was like, the only reason I'm not is less so because I don't think Nen Impact is going to be fun, but more so because, what's it called? Tag fighters are a whole different animal, and I've never been very good at them. I'm also trying to listen out for my Taco Bell, so if I get up in a minute, assume that it's because I heard the Taco Bell knock. And so I went to go eat, and so I went to go grab that. But yeah, tag fighters are a whole different animal for me, and they scare me. Doesn't mean that they're bad, doesn't mean that I won't play them. I think that tag games can be very fun, and they're very cool, but they scare me a lot. Mostly because what winds up happening is they are not so different from normal fighting games, but the calculus is very different. Okay, so it looks like they just walked and left, so let me go pick that up real quick. Because it looks like they dropped it off at the front door and then didn't bring it, and didn't knock, which is fine. Impact. It is a 2-on-2 fighting game made by Aiding. If you're not familiar with Aiding, they are the development company that has worked on a couple of fighting games, most notably aside from Nen Impact, DNF Duel, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and the Bloody Roar series. For Bloody Roar in particular, Hudson published them, but the actual developers, Aiding. And so Aiding kind of has a reputation of also the Fate fighting game, Fate Unlimited codes. So Aiding kind of has a reputation amongst cowards. They'll say that, like, oh yeah, Aiding's games are all busted and broken or whatever, right? If you're not a coward, then you'll realize that Aiding's sort of like, no, they didn't. Right now, Namco Bandai has the JoJo license. So no, Aiding was not responsible for that. Bandai Namco. If you're talking about All-Star Battle and All-Star Battle R, Bamco developed that. Not, it was Bandai Namco that developed. If you're talking about All-Star Battle, that was Namco Bandai. Whatever. God damn it. I can never get the name right. But no, like Aiding, specifically Bloody Roar, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I think maybe also Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, but don't quote me on that. Do not quote me on that. You have to go double check. But I know for sure Bloody Roar, MVC3, all of the Bloody Roar games, as well as Fate Unlimited Codes and DNF Duel. The one with the overhead? No, still not them. That's Eyes of Heaven. Eyes of Heaven is still Bandai Namco. I gotta respect the people who made the perfect fighting game. Yeah. Also, hi Cosmo. Yeah, no, I love Bloody Roar 2. Bloody Roar 2 is easily one of my favorite fighting games on the PlayStation 1. I'm really bad at it, but it's really fun. And people still do play like Bloody Roar Primal Fury, which is like an extended version of the third game, basically, kind of. But Bloody Roar 4 is kind of bad. Yeah, Primal Fury is the one on GameCube, but Bloody Roar 4 is terrible, and nobody likes it. As far as I'm aware. Most people, like, the competitive Bloody Roar scene that I know of in Japan that's the biggest one is probably Primal Fury. But nobody likes the fourth one, and people remember the second one fondly. The first one exists. So yeah, at some point I may try out the and then Impact demo off stream, maybe. Because I don't dislike Hunter x Hunter, but I wasn't like, and I do like Aiding's work, but I wasn't like so hard up for Hunter x Hunter that I'm like, I absolutely have to play it. I'm like, I could. But like I said, tag fighters scare me a lot. So I don't play them very much by comparison. I think tag fighters are great games. They can be very fun. They just scare me a lot. So I'm just like, I'm not sure. Especially because I didn't feel very strongly about playing Nen Impact. So yeah, this is the last Fighting Friday that we're going to be playing a version of Street Fighter 6 where Elena doesn't exist, and that's exciting. Thank you, Sim. I know y'all can't see the game. I'm looking for my game capture window so we can pull it up.
Fighting ground. Practice training. temple. Alright, let's get him.
Another mission awaits.
Gonna try something a little different today for warm-ups. Almost had it. So the thing I'm practicing for anybody who's curious is something called a crosscut DP. The idea behind a crosscut DP is that you put in the input for a Dragon Punch, or you start putting in the input for a Dragon Punch, and then part of it is so that I get practice like actually anti-airing, because I'm realizing that's the major thing I'm having issues with right now. The main point of doing a crosscut DP is that the idea is you start the input for the DP and then you finish it after the person turns around. So that you can if it gets counted as a crosscut, go to the corner. So the idea behind a crosscut DP is that you start the input for the Dragon Punch, right? Which is 6, 2, 3, forward, down, down, forward. It's like you're drawing a little Z with like your arcade stick or whatever, right? The trick behind a crosscut DP is that you start with the forward down, right? But you don't. But instead of doing down forward, you do down back after the person has jumped over you. Because what happens is if you do it with the correct timing, then when you do the down back, because they've already turned around behind you, the forward and down from when you did it when they were in front of you still count. And then by doing the input as one, where you do down back instead of down forward, it's like, oh, they're behind you. So you already did forward, down. Oh, you turned around, you put in the down forward already. Bam. If you learn how to crosscut DP, it makes it a lot harder for people to hit you with cross-ups and stuff like that. Because what will happen is you'll do the input and then reverse it and catch them. But it can be a little bit difficult to do. There are different methods of doing it. I prefer 6-2-1 just because I don't have to rewire a bunch of my muscle memory. I just need to sort of like go a little deeper with the thing I'm intending to do. But if you're like, I can't do that, I don't know how to do that. Another way to stop people that are trying to like cross up jump you is that if you go straight up and you press whatever button your character has that has a cross up hitbox, if you're rising up under somebody after they've already pressed the button, odds are high that you'll beat them. And as you can see, right, you don't always have to use a DP in order to anti-air somebody. It mostly depends on whether or not you know the timing.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
Good kick. And chokes. Ooh. Oops, I'm out of... Disregard the blue bloops. Damn, I wasn't expecting that. That was good. Ooh. Get punish. Pincher kicks. No, that makes sense. But. Nope, did that too slow. I'm cooked. I gotta start canceling that. I gotta start doing that link faster. I've been doing it slower lately and it's causing me problems. Yep, it's Chun-Li. Oh, Hassan choose a frame kill, I think. Nah. Damn it, I even baited the super and I didn't punish it correctly.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
Gotta be careful about the spin knuckles. You notice if I'm jumping a lot, right? Okay. Someone who's been playing for a long time. They don't hesitate, and it's really difficult. Yeah, I have a tendency to try to go for the dive kick too often after that. Ooh. Fuck. MSEX plus alpha. Yeah, I get it. It's true. I can understand why. Ah. I got fucked up there. I need to, like, not... Spin Knuckle. Literally, how you saw me die because they jumped, did split kicks, and then killed me. They've been baiting Spin Knuckle the whole time. That was the whole point, because this version of Spin Knuckles Plus, if it gets blocked, and a lot of Pammy players will use it the way I've been trying to use it, like get in and force something.
Beginning operation.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
Because of the wind-up time, it's really easy to you can use Spin Knuckle like Solar Plex. Yes. If you use the heavy version, it's always plus on block. But has a very long windup. Has a very long windup, and so it can be interrupted by people who know what they're doing, if they're paying attention. Damn it. Did you press a button? Yeah, no, they didn't. Fuck me. I hate Blanca so much. That's really annoying. Notice I didn't say he's cheap, I said he's annoying. Yeah, I got hit by that. But I've got the I don't have the drive advantage, but I have the super meter advantage. If I hadn't tried to reflexively drive impact there, I could have jumped that, go, come down and punch him in the nuts, and he would have died. annoying is unfortunately very effective valid tactic. Yeah, pretty much. Like, the main weakness that Blanca has that people don't see initially is mostly that, like, a lot of the stuff that, like, Blanca does that's really annoying is an extreme commitment, right? So you have to be, if you're playing like as the Blanca player, you have to commit to some wild bullshit in order to like really make it work out. So it can work, right? And it often does, but yeah, and I dropped that combo, which is really annoying, but I don't need to push too hard. Alright. Yeah. So basically, like, a lot of the stuff that like makes Blanca really obnoxious, a lot of it is very high commitment, and his low commitment options are gated behind the spending meter, usually. Depending on the circumstance, anyway. I didn't want it to be giant. I wanted it to be giant or something.
Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
I don't think I had enough health to live that. Ah, fucker. It's fine. Hey, Shan. No, I'll be honest, I'm salty a little bit. But it's mostly just because fighting Blanca is really stressful and I don't enjoy it. But losing that was on me.
Beginning.
It's showtime. Face it straight.
Drink. He's at 4. Load it up. messed up the combo that I meant to do to kill him at mid-screen. That's my fault. That's too close. Nope.
You're in my way.
Yeah, no, you can't drink and then dash up on somebody. It's either you get the knockdown. It's either you get the knockdown and take a drink, or get a knockdown and pull Oki. Like, you can't do both. There you go, finally did it. Yeah, and this isn't gonna kill me immediately, even if it doesn't, he'll get the combo after when I'm dead.
Jamie wins. It's showtime. Face it straight.
Waited. Would have been able to punish that. All it took was the right one to block.
Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
That's okay. Goes to my victory. Yeah, yeah. No. Load it up. Yeah, now I'm cooked. Seeing me at drink level 4, it's like, not entirely a write-off at that point, but it becomes incredibly difficult. And yeah, that hurts. It hurts a lot. Sometimes you choke. So yeah, the main reason why like I run ranked matches like this is mostly because I want to. Yeah, really, probably what I may want to do at some point is just go back to doing casual matches and just sit in them for a long time. Try to get my weight back up. Because realistically, like the things that I know I'm struggling the most with right now are like remembering the anti-air and staying on top of my punishes. If you've seen me fight a Bison before, you've heard me say before that the main thing is that while Bison is very scary, once he gets pressure up, he has no defensive options aside from the system ones or spending meter on reversals. This is the kind of thing that I mean. Like that. Like he has to either spend money, he has to either has to spend resources on something like a reversal super or drive in, like he's gonna drive parry or something else like that, because otherwise on the defensive he has shit all that he can do. It doesn't mean that he's a bad character, but mostly it's that like if you're playing Bison, like you basically get by doing shit like this. You gotta catch people like fucking around so that you can like get the opportunity to put a little pressure on them. If you can't, then your life becomes much more difficult. But if you can, okay, that's fair. I could have probably done the cannon strike combo and killed without spending meter, but I wasn't feeling sure, and I was just like, let me just be absolutely certain. See that big overhead looking mitt thing that he does. That's plus. Like that's plus, right? So you'll be like, oh, I blocked that big hit. I can mash now. And then Bison goes, no, actually you eat shit. And that's kind of the way that he works. Wow, he's a very... Y'all are swinging. Hey, Aeons. Yeah. Nah, I'm still... My Kami's still kind of fucked up. I've been playing a lot more Mai lately. And so, like, I'm not clean at all. I'm a mess. I have to rework my ground game. Just stay on the floor. Threaten that more clearly, and I need to work on my anti-airs. Those are the two major things that are kind of messing me up right now. for my part, I have been playing. I just haven't been spending time.
Beginning operation.
I haven't been spending time practicing the things I need to. So it sort of like evens out in the direction that's not helpful. Nope. Like, I mean, maybe you can die quickly. You don't spend that much time on the floor, but yeah. No. I want to have a better one because I'm leaning to. The issue I'm running into is most of them leaning too much into dive kick in situations where like. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were gonna do it. I was thinking that they might, but I was like, maybe. I may not have needed the meter. I could have maybe just done heavy cannon spike and kill, but I wanted to be sure. Better to be sure. Too slow! Too slow! That was an easy punish because that was a sweep. And I fucked it up because I messed up timing. Yeah, they were just far back enough. Yeah, see that jump? That was the bait. Spin knuckle. Yeah, see? Nah. That's fair, actually. I'm not even upset about that. On the other hand, they don't have meter for Shinshoryu, and they probably won't build it back unless I fuck up immensely. Damn it, they were just out of reach. Ooh. Yeah, good. Yep. Okay. They know the gaps. No, you shouldn't have done that, sucker! Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Did you think I wasn't gonna see that shit? As a general rule of thumb, against Cammy, unless you are standing at literally full screen, do not do a fucking fireball when she's got Super Art 3. She will snipe you. If the Cammy has the reflexes, they will snipe the fuck out of you. You eat shit. Don't do that. Don't do it. Do not. Okay. Ever. There we go. I sort of have a read on it. Not entirely. Sort of. Not entirely. Ooh, fair. Yeah, good though. You can have that one. Yep. SA2. That was clever. Yeah, and then of course, right in the middle of that, they match. Great match. Let me show you. Ah, that's fair. I'm not even upset. Fair. Good throw. Good throw. Damn. Yep. Fuck. Yeah, no. The Shinkus are not a bad call. This is a Ryu who understands how to use that move. Like, Shinku Hadoken, as far as Super Art, as far as like SA1s in this game go, Shinku Hadoken is really good. It'll blast through in most Fireball Wars, right? But if you're like, fuck it, I want to win a Fireball War, throw a Shinku. Most characters can't, like, do anything about that, and they eat shit, right? Need a reversal? Throw a Shinku. So on and so forth. It's really good.
No mercy.
It's showtime. Face it straight.
I didn't punish that correctly. Nah! Damn it. I saw the drive impact coming and I didn't do the input counter DI back. I didn't do it correctly. I messed up and I didn't press both buttons. Unfortunate, but it's my own fault. Yeah, like, Kuma always has sick combos, I'll be real. Like, you can't... Like, you gotta give him that. Yeah, I don't need to rush. I don't need to rush. I don't need to rush. At some point, though, I'm gonna like stop getting beat up by fireballs. So that's my fault. So the main thing about Akuma, to sort of like understand about the way that he works, is that essentially speaking, he is as far as his archetype of character goes, he is basically literally meant to have like bunch of like a lot of the most aggressive and face down parts of that kit. Kuma has all that in spades, right? But trade-off to that is basically that like if you cannot hold the offensive as Akuma, you eat shit. Because what happens is he has 1,000 less health than everybody in the average baseline in this game. Average baseline is 10k, Akuma has 9. And Street Fighter 6 is an extremely swing-heavy and explosive game. So, any situation in which Akuma is taking damage is really bad for you as an Akuma player. You eat a ton of shit because every hit that you take is more impactful on your ability to eat trades and otherwise come out safe than it is for pretty much every other character in the game. On the other hand, like, the trade-off is that you will do, as Akuma, a shit ton of damage, and you are offensively, like, when I say that offensively as Akuma, you are a powerhouse, and you will probably ruin most characters casually once you've gotten used to, like, I messed up the combo and I'm so annoyed because it would have killed him. If he didn't have the health, he would have died. But I messed up and dropped the combo. Damn it. What's... No, it's me. It is not the controller, it's me. You shouldn't have done that. Why did they keep doing that? Stop it. That's not safe. You did not set that up safely. You didn't. Stop that. Like, there are situations where you can probably set up, like, a safe meaty fireball, and then I eat shit because you would have been blocking by the time that comes out. But that particular distance, no one. Not even, like, with the, like, reused fireballs recover way faster than, like, Ken's, for example. But even at that distance, no. Quote, to quote one Omar Little, even if I miss, I can't miss. At that range, like, no. Don't stop doing that. That shit doesn't work. You see the jumps to bait the spin knuckles? Because basically it's a back and forth of, like, okay, is Akuma gonna throw a fireball here or not? And that's basically the back and forth that we're essentially playing, right? Like, is Akuma gonna throw... I should have done heavy. That would have gone through further. Sweet. Yeah, no, shouldn't have done that. The thing about doing, like, raw hooligan is that because Cammy's jump arc is very slow, it's very easy to catch her out doing things that you shouldn't be doing. I'm pressing too many buttons, so I'm getting too antsy. It's fucking up my play. I can feel it. Like, there are times where I'm thinking that I either am close enough to press a button and I'm not, or that, oh, they're not going to do it this time. Right? That's what's getting me messed up. And granted, it's not like I can, like, perfectly predict it every time, but I need to be trusting, like, stuff like this more. I need to be more willing to rely on quicker buttons and try not to immediately, like, press to the air or otherwise attempt to, like, smoke people down in certain aspects when I haven't established enough of a ground back yet. And there are some people who don't care and you just can't condition them, but, like, on that, and it's getting me killed. I need to stop doing that. Sure, you can. There. Like I said, even though Ryu recovers faster from Hadouken than Ken does, and maybe it's on par with like Akuma, like you can't do that. Like at that close of a range, no. Like not even as Ryu, you can't do that shit. That will get you fucked up. Yeah, everyone's swinging. Yeah. Keep in mind that I'm also in like the lower end of MR of like master rank. So yeah, like it doesn't really surprise me all that much. You're done.
Locked on.
Cammy wins! It's showtime! Face it straight! You're not getting through!
That's plus. Yeah, to be fair, I'm super old school. Yeah.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Couldn't have done that. I didn't check that. Shouldn't have done that. Misread that. I misread that spacing when I did that. If I'd done like light or medium spin knuckle, that probably would have been okay. So I wouldn't have been close enough to throw. But that's my fault. Give me that neck. Give me that neck. Do the OD. Do it. He didn't do it. Fair. Yeah.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Okay. So I think. Okay. That's what they're trying to aim for. I see. Nope, should have done standing light kick. It's not gonna kill, but it'll stall that meter from coming back. Oh, I was burned out, killing me. I could have still pressured a little bit there if I'd been a little more careful. Not while I was burned out, but if I'd done like, I need to stop doing that one though. I need to start getting back to doing standing light kick as the bridge in that situation, because that distance was just enough that I could have literally had it go like that, basically, instead. Really, I should be doing stuff like, really, realistically, I should be doing like this. Instead of macking jab 2 times, I should really be doing jab, light kick, jab, light kick. I really should be doing that, because the light kick is more reliable and is less likely for me to like whiff that. And I keep fucking it up because I'm not thinking about it. I'm mashing to try to get it confirmed. I need to stop doing that. Get back up. Party starter. Party starter. Again, Akuma, because he has less health, like every time you take hits, you are winnowing away your ability to survive another scramble with him. Again, it's not to say the bad character or that like, oh yeah, like, or to say that he's not like wickedly strong. Like Akuma's still a really strong character, right? It's just that like the 9k health is one of those things where it's like, you kind of have to deal with the fact that, like, essentially speaking, if you're not careful, basically every time you fuck up, you are potentially throwing away your ability, like, more so than with other characters. Akuma's most precious resource is really, realistically, his health. Because he doesn't have nearly as much of a trait. Zangief, on the other hand, you can afford to be a little bit more of a meathead with Zangief because, like, that man has 11,000 HP. Like, he can take more punishment than most characters can. Akuma cannot. So every time that you eat a straight hit with Akuma that you don't want to or shouldn't be, you put yourself in a situation where, effectively speaking, like, you fuck yourself. It's not a good time. You want to try to avoid it as much as you can as Akuma. Right, they really did tighten that so much. I'm trying. That's great. So jumping,
Get ready, fighters.
just jumps and cut.
Or die.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point, Aeons. I hadn't thought about that. Like, jump at the range I want to parry jump instead. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, but now I'm doing the thing where, in focusing on that, I'm not thinking about whether or not I'm in shot range. Shoryu range, rather. I messed up. I see your point. I was messing up, and I forgot that I have to recalculate that, like, I need to be doing that at, like, mid-range, basically. I want to get over fireballs at mid-range with the jump, because at long range, Akuma will have the... at far enough distances, if I'm jumping in, then I'll just get hit with that, especially because it's like a modern player. Alright. Okay, it doesn't work unless it's like a high splat. Okay, that's my fault. That doesn't work unless it's like a high splat. So I need to be careful about that. Right. Yeah. I might be dead, because that's raw. Huh. That's my fault. Shouldn't have done that. I didn't even have enough health to live. That was really silly of me. That's my own fault. I turned my brain off super hard and was just like that.
Here's to a fair fight.
No mercy.
It's been a little while since I fought a JP.
It's showtime. Face it straight. No. No, what's up? No. Excuse me. No.
Oop, that's fair. No. Good. There. Pierce. No. Pierce. Alright, can't do that. I could have done a spiral arrow to that, but not spin knuckle. Ooh. My punish is a little fucked up. It's not helping. Didn't want to do that. I wanted that. Okay, fair. Yeah, I know. I gotta slow down a little. Fucker. Didn't want to rematch. Damn it. Because the thing I sort of figured out halfway through that was that the reason why I was jumping after the knockdowns was specifically to try to bait the reversal, and that's my fault. For the first time where I caught them out doing that, I should have been doing other stuff to bait it, or at least been pressing the advantage once they stopped doing it until they did it again. Because sometimes some people will get scared off the first time, and sometimes they don't. And you take that risk when you're doing Oki. And I was like, I just don't want to engage with it, and I'm giving up too much ground when I do that sometimes. Too slow, Atsu, carry, good throw. Yeah, this review hasn't presented fireballs at all, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited for the jump. They're jumping and doing other stuff, but they're not throwing fireballs. They may very soon, but they haven't been throwing fireballs. Forgot that Cammy has an air throw. Not gonna go. It's gonna hurt, but... And then they fucked up the timing and blew most of their meter. That's unfortunate. Why'd you do that? Ooh, very nice.
Wins! It's showtime! Face it straight!
Okay. If I could snipe those neutral jumps, I'd be a little bit happier. I'm having a hard time.
Not good enough! An opening!
There we go. Because they're not presenting OD Shoryukens, so I'm like I can risk it a little. Because they've either forgotten about it or they didn't want to spend the meter. Good throw. Ooh, if I got that punished, would have been a done deal. It is here though.
Locked on.
Cammy wins!
There we go. So, the thing that I am going to be very interested with Elena, because I've seen her gameplay trailer. I know from looking at her that it's going to be like she's gonna take some work. Like with the way that they sort of set up the way that a lot of her other stuff works. So many Ryu players, but this is good because I can keep trying to practice the stuff Aeon's was talking about now, where it's like I try not to, where I try to parry fireballs less and just jump over them instead, keep them on screen when I can. Because sometimes it's just going to be very difficult to just get a hold of that. That's fair. They when they go for the leap jump in, 4 MP from Cammy is really good to stop that. It has to be a late jump in usually, because the hitbox for it doesn't reach up very high. Not the way it used to. Street Fighter V, that button was a menace, and they needed to nerf it. So, like a lot of Cammy players that have come over, especially from like the early days of Street Fighter V, you'll notice we'll use it a lot. We reflexively still think, yeah, I deserve that. We reflexively still think that it reaches higher than it does. It's still really good as like a quick anti-air, but you have to know, like it's a they pressed the button really late, or they mistimed it sort of deal, or if you like walk back a little bit and catch them out with that. So good. Shouldn't have done that. You should not have done that. Like, I understand why they did it, to be clear, because they assumed that I was either going to dash or otherwise get into the space and then try to like press something and then run straight into like a fistful of CA. But like, but no. Good. Yep, and I tried to jump out there, a very obvious place to jump out. Oh yeah!
Get ready, fighters.
Yeah! Ooh, short by just a little bit. That was probably plus. No, I pressed that too slow. Yeah, don't use the meter to kill here. Very unfortunate. They gave up too much ground, and that's the only reason why. They gave up too much ground, and they didn't challenge me when I was pushing them back to the corner, and that's the only reason why I got away with that. They got scared. They got scared. I don't blame them, to be clear. That's not a, oh, you fool, you shouldn't have been scared of me. But it's a, while they had the run-up, they weren't willing to push a little and risk a little, so I was able to push them back. Because during that sequence of like light punch, heavy punch, spin knuckle, light punch, heavy punch, spin knuckle, if they blasted me at the right timing with a Shinku, I would have eaten shit and lost the round. But they were too scared. Again, I don't blame them. I get it. But like, they were too scared. So the end result of that was that, you know, and that was at the right distance for me to get a 2 MP from that, and I fucked up, and I thought I didn't make it, so I pressed the wrong button to follow up with. Ooh, that was good. That wasn't though.
Final round! Triumph or die!
Fuck. See, that's why I need to do light kick. Confirm that. That's plus.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
Yeah. Nope, that's not safe. Ah, too early. That's my fault. Yeah, a lot of people now that have been playing Street Fighter 6 for a while, if you get high enough, they will not fall for like the, you have to be very deliberate about when you try peaky stuff like, close corner drive impact, because they'll expect it and usually do something to stop it. Ooh! That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. I got out of burnout right as they wanted to do that. That's unfortunate. Later, Cat Wizard. Sorry about the power flicker. That's never fun. I'll catch you later. Hopefully nothing goes like horribly weird. Not gonna kill, but I need the time to like build back a little bit of drive meter.
Locked on. Continuing mission.
That's good. They understand how to like to control their spacing and watch the shuffle. A lot of people, and that's the thing, right? Like a lot of people in that situation might be thinking, "Oh, I gotta get a combo. Oh, I gotta get a combo. I gotta get a combo. I gotta get a combo. I gotta get a combo," right? And the thing that I keep trying to tell people who I hear complain about fighting games a lot is that it's like, learning combos is not the most important thing right away. You have to have a grasp of spacing, not intuitively, not perfectly, but getting a grasp of spacing is more helpful for you than learning a bunch of combos right away. Like understanding spacing and how to like control that is way more important. Yeah, because like the combo is a reward for like not fucking up, you like aiming for your hits, right? Like that's what the combo is for reward, right? It doesn't matter if you know, like, let's take it for example, right? It doesn't matter if you know like the 10-hit combo that looks really cool and everything. If you can't land the hit to get it in the first place, the shit doesn't matter. So people are like, I don't want to have to learn combos to play fighting games, and that's why I don't like fighting games. Like, you're thinking about it the wrong way. Like, did you expect that, like, Beyonce, like, came out of the womb knowing how to, like, dance and strut and, like, do all the steps she knows how to do? No. Like, she had to work her way up, right? And it's the same principle. Man, this Luke is swinging. Yeah, it's like Aeon's is saying. Like, you have to learn to get your hits, and when you get your hits, you can practice like short combos, just like nice short 2 pieces. Like, oh, I got this, do a Hadoken. I got this, do a Shoryuken. And it's like, but there's only like 2-hit combos, and everybody's hitting you with like 5, and I keep dying. It's like, yeah, but the thing is that you have to build up the muscle memory to do the ones that are really long. Like, if you're trying to focus too much on like learning or like getting those out when you don't have the ability to just like land a hit, it doesn't matter that you don't know the 10-hit ones. And I should have parried for that long. I fell for the... Oh, let's see. Yeah, Lucas really... So the thing about Luke, like fighting against Luke and what makes Luke very scary, especially in this game, is that a lot of Luke's normals have a tendency to move him forward, right? And so it's one of those things where if you try to like swing 1-for-1 with Luke, if you're the one that's swinging out of turn, Luke will click you with one of his forward moving buttons and then you eat a bunch of shit. It's very annoying. Like, you see what I mean, right? Like, see how I hit a counter hit there? Luke's standing jab, he'll move forward a little bit when he punches. So it's one of those things where it's like, if you're not careful about how you swing back at him in certain circumstances, like, he'll just pop you with that, and he has a target combo off of it. Right? Right. Okay, that's fair. I'm just gonna keep doing that now. That's fine. I'll pass. So yeah, like that little jab that goes into like the 2-3, that's Luke's standing right punch. So and because he moves forward a little bit during it, it's like it's really, really annoying to kind of like deal with that. Yeah, fair. Front strike. The only thing is that this Luke is not watching their toes when they do some step backs. They're trying to dash back instead of like walking back to block to do like a low block. That's not. Can't punish that. That's fine. I didn't. Fuck. Like, you see how they're walking back a little bit like that? Yeah, see. Oh yeah, there wasn't a gap there. Ooh! They were trying something there. I don't know what. I think they were trying to do another one of like Luke's, because Luke has like a running move that he does that leads into a flip kick or a shoulder tackle. So if Luke knocks you down and he does the dash into shoulder tackle and he hits you with the tackle as you're getting up, even if you block it, if he times it correctly, he's plus, which means he'll move before you and has the advantage to press. They might have been trying to do tackle during that, and you can't block, and the hitbox isn't immediately active. So then they got clipped.
Don't expect me to.
Okay, Ken.
It's showtime.
Okay, Ken. Let's see what you got. Yeah. Okay, so they're already starting off with like. Fuck. Messed up timing. Sure you can. You gotta be careful about how often I do Hooligan like that, because Hooligan does travel very slowly through the air. Cammy can control her jump arc for it, but it's still very easy to like mess up the timing. Ooh. Yeah, so I had enough for a drive impact there, but not enough to like convert a lot out of it. Sure you can. Wasn't expecting that to be plus. Right. Let's see. Fuck! I should have just done SA3. I didn't trust it. They tried to back up. You can't block for the first frames of a backdash, and they're not invulnerable in this game. So they tried to backdash, and I was just in range. Unfortunate.
Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
Give me that. No! Oh, okay. Some people don't do it because they're salty. Some people do it because it's like, well, I was gonna lose. But like... Nah, you can hold that. You can go to hell. The points matter, I guess. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? You can't go into ranked match. Yeah, that Aeon's that right there. That's the real shit. But yeah. The thing about ranked match,
Here comes a new
you can't go into ranked match thinking about how much you want to keep your points or how much you want to. No, that shit's a distraction. You can't do that. You have to let that go, because what happens is you start thinking too much about keeping your points. I was just a little too slow. You start thinking too hard about how to keep your points, and then you don't then you're not paying attention to the actual match because you're too busy. So, right. You remember, this is what I was going to say. The thing about, yeah. I respect it, but no. Ooh, very good. Yeah, I would have hit that and gotten fucked up anyway. I could have jumped that, but I didn't react in time as if I was the other ghost. Right, this is the thing I was trying to say. If you covet your points like that, you run into the same issue I was talking about with people who focus too much on combos. Because what happens is you start thinking too much about how bad you want to land the combo, right? Instead of actually paying attention to how do I get the hit to make it work in the first place. And that becomes the problem, because you're thinking so hard about keeping your points that you're not thinking about playing the match, right? You're not thinking about what your opponent is doing. You're not thinking about all that other stuff. You're thinking about how do I keep my points? How do I keep my points? How do I keep my points? Let that shit go. It doesn't serve you. I'm not DJ. That was my fault. I shouldn't have done that. I'm not DJ. That shit would have... If I was him, it would have worked, but I'm not. Yeah, so now I need to stop trying to bait, I need to stop trying to bait and brace with neutral jump after the wake up. If I think it's coming, I just need to shimmy or do something else that's not as... It's easily telegraphed. Like that. Because the jump does limit your options a little bit. Fine. I'd rather eat a grab, because then I'm not getting caught in other combo stuff. Damn, if I had enough health, I could have choked that because he didn't hit me with the first. He didn't hit me with something cancelable first, so it would have been only 2 hits from the cane, and then it would have been cooked. But I messed up. No.
You're in my way.
Now observe. Cease and desist. No excuse. Our way. The shrimp. Here. Now observe. No. There. Here. Now observe. There.
Ooh, just barely he made it. Yeah, I'm cooked. This'll...
Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
Got a meter, so I can push a little now. A little, but not that much. Thank you. Nah, I shouldn't have done that. Because they were just waiting for that. That's my fault. I shouldn't have done that. But this is what I mean, right? Like, I lost points there. Okay, fine, whatever. Oh no, I'm not. Oh no, I'm only a couple more away from I've lost my progress toward 1350. Oh no. Whatever. Points come and points go. Like, you have to be willing to... If you are too precious about your points and the fact that you have to keep them at all costs...
Challenger.
You don't learn shit. You're too busy thinking about what you lost or what you don't have, so you're not paying attention to fights in front of you. And then that makes it worse, right?
Face it straight.
Points come. Points come. You have to be. You gotta be. To quote Bruce Lee, be water, my friend. Right? Like, you gotta just let that shit, we gotta ride, we just gotta flow it, ride with it. The more you think about, like, oh, I'm losing so many points, oh god, this is terrible, I'm getting fucking sucked. Like, this is not me saying that you're not allowed to have negative feelings about losing, right? Like, y'all saw, that Blanca got me fucked up emotionally earlier today. Like, it happens, right? It's all about, like, how you deal with the pressure and disappointment of that. And I was saying this earlier on Blue Sky, but I was like, yeah, no, if you're not somebody who deals well with, like, adversity or who has a hard time understanding that, like, failing is part of a process of learning something, you shouldn't play fighting games, right? Or that it's something that you need to learn how to sort out before you start playing it. There's someone in a Discord server that I know who, admittedly, they have other stuff going, as far as I'm aware, and I understand it. But it's like, there are times when they talk about fighting games and I'm like, you gotta fix some other things in your life before you come back to these, or a lot of other things, because you are not at a point where, like, you are okay with getting fucked up sometimes, right? Like, it gets under your skin in ways that are actively detrimental to you, like, getting what you want out of this, right? And I think about that kind of player a lot. Not just that person specifically, but about that player a lot, right? Where I'm just like, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I was there very many years ago. There are times when I'm not on top of my shit that I am very much in the same spot, where I feel a type of way about the fact that I can't seem to do all the stuff that I want and that everybody's better than me, right? But, like, the main thing is that I am at a point, mostly when it comes to fighting games, and to a certain degree other things in my life, where it's like, right, I do not know how to do this thing, and that it's okay, right? Like, I am in the process of learning how to do this thing better, and as I learn how to do this thing, I am going to get more of the results that I want, the more practice that I have doing this thing. And I am okay with the fact that, like, I am going to attempt something with this thing on occasion, and I'm not going to get the results that I want exactly. Right? I have accepted that from a certain perspective, right? And that has made a lot of, like, where I stumble in fighting games a lot easier to deal with. Because it's like, right, I'm learning. Or, right, it's the thing I know I need to work on, and I'm getting there, right? Or, okay, I fucked that up. It happens, right? I made a bad call. You make bad calls. You have to. And this is one of those things, like, where... That's fair. I was trying to spin that out of that quick, obviously, and I got hit. One of the reasons why people say that, like, fighting games build character, right? I know that, and that's a loaded phrase for some people, I know. But it's because, I'll put it like this. Anything in which you have to put time to improve, is a test of your ability to understand both your learning process and your own limits, right? That's fair. I knew that was obvious. That's fair. That's sweet.
Get ready, fighters.
Let me see if I can lock it up though. I didn't get the dive kick the way I wanted. Yep. It's been a go right into solar plexus. That's unfortunate. Go Hadouken, Hadouken, Hadouken. Ooh, I did a crouching medium kick the first time. Got caught.
Showtime! Face it straight!
Nope, too close. Show you can. Show you can. Okay, that's fair.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Wrong version of Spiral Arrow, of all the times to use that. Yeah, I should be dead. I should be. No. I did that on reflex. I thought I saw a fireball coming. And that was my fault. But this is what I mean, right? Points come and points go. Yeah, like points come and points go. So if you stay too focused on like, oh, no, I'm losing so many points, I'm losing so many points, what am I supposed to do? First of all, if that's where your brain is going, you need to take a break. Like sometimes you really just have to take a break when you feel your brain like going like, ah man, I can't, I'm sucky. I'm like, nope, that means you need to stop. Ground blade is plus. Ooh, that was good. I respect that. That was good. Ground wave. Good. Good hustle. Good. Dammy. Probably the second time I did that Jimmy, I could have caught them with crouching medium kick. But I didn't quite catch them doing it. Oops. No. Catch you. Ooh. Wrong catch you. Ooh. Oh, that was safe? Damn. I wasn't expecting. I saw the jab. I didn't think that was gonna be safe.
Face it straight.
There we go.
No problem.
Get ready,
Cooking a
fighters.
little now.
Triumph or die.
That's a plus. Okay, I see. Now.
Final round. Triumph or die.
Ooh, you shouldn't have done that. Alright, tackle. If they'd been willing to jump to eat either the thank you, Stubby. If they'd been willing to jump at either of those to force a flip out. Oh, that's why. Ah, you sly bastard.
It's showtime. Face it straight.
Thank you so much for making sure that we finish the night with our goal for 2 right love on her arms reached. We do have another milestone at 400, but I'm not necessarily asking people to push for that. We have unlocked a Mega Man Battle Network 1 stream. That's fair. So yeah, at $400 we do have another goal, but I know I'm not gonna be off for that much longer. So I'm not necessarily pushing for us to reach that. But thank you. We've raised $200 to right love on our arms. They are an organization that focuses on making sure that people can get all sorts of mental health support. And we've been fundraising for them all May. Okay.
Final round. Triumph or die.
Wait, plus. If I'd been close enough for that to hit, I would have been chipped out probably. But I was just far back enough that that wasn't going to happen. I do want to see a Dread stream, but I sadly do not have the disposable capital to suit for that. Yeah. And I already know that, like, my community is always out here for me, but I also know that y'all are of but so many but of so many means, so I'm not like, you know, I'm not pissed that it's like, oh, we weren't able to do like whatever. I know, it's tough, right? Yep, and then that's 5 medals, which basically means that if I get hit by Manon's command grab, one that just whipped, I'm going to eat 10 billion pounds of shit every time I do. So now, basically I'm in a situation where this one also hurts, but not nearly as much as the command throw will kill me. Yeah. Once Manon has 5 medals, her command grab basically is the strongest command grab in the game in terms of like raw damage. You don't want to get hit by that shit. The thing about Manon is that if she doesn't have Guide Meter, she can't pressure you. But the other thing about it is that she compensates for that by the fact that, like, her limbs are very long. If you can properly anticipate what she's going to put out, you may be able to, like, snipe her limbs on occasion with, like, a drive impact or something. But not always. Jump. It would have been okay. But I tried to jump out of that because I thought it was going to be SA1 or something else. That doesn't combo. I need to punch in the middle of that. Yep, that's bad. I might be dead. Yeah. And that's why Manon is kind of like dangerous. Like as a character, she basically doesn't I talked a lot about how Loot Spirit put in this to Dangerous Tales, but Manon is probably Yeah, probably. A ballerino and a judoka. Don't forget both of those. But yeah,
Showtime! It's showtime!
showtime, baby. I could have punished that. I was a little too slow.
No problem.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Yeah, DJ has a really bad time when he's in burnout. Because he needs a lot of his drive. He uses like a lot of his drive meter for approaching, as well as like conversions and stuff. So DJ without drive meter, he has a really bad time. He loses really in burnout. He's not completely helpless, but he loses very hard. Yeah, EX would have straight up cooked me right there. Sorry, man. Finally a bit. But yeah, and DJ is, because of the fact that DJ has a lot of moves that like sway and juke and otherwise like, put him in very different positions from me physically. It can be very difficult to kind of like approach him. Yeah, mysterious.
Right.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Yeah, see that? You see how he did that juke back step there? And like literally juked out of the way of my crouching medium kick? Yeah, he dead. Yeah, so this is the kind of thing I mean, right? Like, DJ, when he has drive meter, basically has ways of just sitting on top of you that will absolutely, like...
It's showtime. Face it straight.
DJ's ability to, like, pressure you while he has drive meter and just has all these things, right? Yeah.
Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
Trying to catch me walking back there. Alright. Okay, I need to stop giving them. I need to stop giving up the OP because they're not. That's gonna hurt. They're not dead, but it hurts a lot. Started giving up too much Oki, and that's my own fault because I'm a fool.
Now, find a new rival.
Trying to play a set now. I'm probably gonna cut it soon, just a little, in a little bit, probably. Only because like I probably don't have. I would want to give you a good set, and I probably don't have like the brain juice left. And I usually stop a little earlier. This person is AFK, so I'm not waiting. Like if you went AFK and you were queued up, no, I'm beating that ass. Okay. Shinku Hadouken.
Final round. Triumph or die.
Ooh, that's good, Harry.
straight!
Yeah, that's fair. Right. Nah, too fast. I'm dead. Sure you can. Night, Stubby.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have done that. They were in a spot where they could anticipate that. No. Shouldn't have done that.
Real wins.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
Yeah. I can feel myself slipping a little bit in terms of like just understanding what other people are doing, which means it's probably a good time for me to like start. Yeah, more than likely. Like when I start feeling like I don't understand what my opponent is doing at all, it's usually the sign that I've been playing too long. Yeah, like, I can probably wake up at least a little bit again. I feel that sometimes I'm playing ranked. Yeah. But yeah, like, it's a thing that I developed in terms of like I need a sense of like when is the time to stop, and it's like right. Usually when it's at the point where it's like yeah, I can't, like I actively cannot read or understand the things that my opponent is doing, then that's probably a sign.
No.
No, I shouldn't have done that. I thought they were gonna swing with something a little heavier. I was basically spacing out some of the stuff there to try to see if I could force a Shinku and see if I could bait it and then blow them up for it. Because I was expecting that. The thing is that how many people know about the gap for Cammy's Spin Knuckle and whether people know it or not is always a fuzzy question. You never know. You have to try it on people a couple times. And so mostly to like vary up the pressure that you put on people with it, the gap is usually in between the jab, between the standing light punch and the standing heavy punch. Or like, I think so. Or it's like the gap between the standing heavy punch and the spin knuckles. One of those two. One of those two spots you can usually throw a super art one in between, even when they're in burnout. Even sorry, let me phrase that differently. When you, as the defender, are defending against Cammy and you're in burnout, there is usually a gap. I believe the gap to like get out of the burnout loop for Cammy is usually in between like the standing heavy punch and the spin knuckle, or the standing light punch and the standing heavy punch. It depends on what version of spin knuckle Cammy uses, as well as a couple other. So if you are like on the ball enough, you can catch one of those two gaps and blow it up with a super art. But if the Cammy like jabs and then waits, or jabs, like if they try to jab, there's not enough of a gap in burnout, I don't think, for you to be able to super through like a jab. So if the Cammy chooses the jab, you have to hold that because the two jabs back to back should be plus enough that there's no gap for you to super through. So it's one of those things where if you're trying to sort of test someone's reaction to that, you can maybe do 5 LP, 5 HP spin knuckle the first time, and if they don't do anything, either do it again or go like jab instead, and then then the second jab, let that hang a little bit and see what they do. And depending on how people react to those things, that's how you kind of judge. That all said, Aeons, ping me sometime. For matches, and I'm down. I may not be able to go long days depending on the set, but I may not be able to go long sets depending on the day, but ping me. I should still be in your server. So ping me up. Let me know what's good. Whenever you want to play a set, and if I'm free, I'm down. So yeah, we're done for the night. I'm gonna find us somebody to go hang out with. But thank y'all for coming by. Thank you for your support for raising money for To Write Love on Her Arms. This is the last day that I happen to be streaming while it's May. So by the time y'all see me again on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be done with the charity fundraising. It'll be over. But I thank y'all for tuning in, for hanging out, for all that other stuff. I deeply appreciate y'all. So, I'm playing Tales of Vesperia, 5 p.m. Eastern Time this Sunday. So if you want to come by and see that, please do. Next Wednesday is going to be more, Shoot Lancer stuff. Yeah, we have, okay. Yeah, next Friday is going to be more Shoot Lancer stuff. And the next Friday is Fighting Friday with Elena. Because if I understand correctly, she should be out. Because Bailey said that she'd be out 10 days before CEO. Right? So CEO starts like Friday the 13th or so in June. Which means that she'll be dropping like that Tuesday or Wednesday. She'll be dropping Tuesday or Wednesday like next week. Probably Tuesday. Because usually they do either Tuesday or Friday. Like they do either Tuesday or Thursday, Friday for characters. So Elena will probably be dropping like Tuesday, I think, if I remember the day correctly. Or Thursday. One of those two. But Elena will be out by the time that we play Street Fighter 6 next Friday. So I'll be probably in training mode. I'm not doing any ranked matches with Elena. Do not go into ranked with a fresh character unless you are feeling either really confident in your ability to learn, or after you've at least put in some time and gotten some basic stuff down. Me personally, I'm probably not taking Elena to ranked for like a good couple months, just to avoid like stressing myself out. Again, you start thinking too much about points and shit when it doesn't matter, and you sort of like screw up your own ability to like learn the character and what you're doing, right? again. So, like, the key thing there, the critical thing when you're learning a new character, give yourself, like, space and time to learn them in situations where you do not feel an inordinate amount of pressure to either get it right or get fucked. So don't go to ranked with a new character. Or most people, is what I'm saying. If you're like a pro or whatever and you're like, fine, I'll do it after like an hour of training mode, then that's, you know. I shrug because like that's kind of like the way that I expressed it. Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming by. Let's see where we're gonna go hang out. Go to my Twitch homepage, and then let's see, Twitch homepage, check. People you visited, check. Last time was Jade, and this is the 30th day. 20. So, God, 5, 8, 5. Alright. So let's see, who else do we have that I could go throw y'all at? We haven't been by Kesa in a while. So let's go hang out with Pro Quesadilla. He's currently playing some Elden Ring Night Raid. I don't know if he's doing it solo or not. He's also raising money for St. Jude Play Live. So let's go hang out with Kesa because we haven't gone to see him. This is our raid message. Throw in an SH's raid, then throw in your favorite emotes after. They don't have to be my emotes, whatever you want. So next time I see y'all, stay safe, take care, wash your hands, wear a mask, please wear a mask when you go outside, please wear a mask when you go outside. New variants are going out in the United States if you live in the United States. Wear a mask, be safe, be excellent to each other, but not the bigots, racist, terrorists, sexist, anti-queer folks, or fascists. Black Lives Matter, trans rights, human rights, reproductive rights, human rights, Palestine, Sudan, the Congo, New Caledonia must all be free. None of us are free to all free. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. They don't have to be big things to take care of each other. The little things are fine. That's the most important. Alright, that's all I've got. Enjoy your time with Kesa. I'll catch y'all on the... Oh wait, I forgot my links and stuff, sorry. Game analysis, design stuff I do over on my NeoCities blog. I'll probably do something for Elena after she drops. Stream VODs up on my YouTube, Ko-Fi if you want to support me in the stream, but don't want to give money to Amazon or Jeff Bezos. Ko-Fi is there. They still take a cut, but I keep more of that, so it's very useful for that. And you can do a monthly set. You can do monthly payments over there if you want to really support the stream in a really good way. Phone has all of my anonymous gift giving things. If you want to be able to give me a stream gift or something without like showing your address, super helpful for that. And my card has my social media links from other places, but mostly these days I'm on Sky. If you want to know more about the indie game studio co-op I helped co-found, go to munity.games. We do also have a Patreon that you can join for free, so you can get on our Discord, or you can join it paid to support us. And if you want to play Shoot Lancer, which is the game we're working on, we have a demo right there. You know? Last but not least, if you want to hang out with us when we're not streaming, we are on Guilded. We've been on Guilded for a while. You do have to have a Roblox account in order to join. We watch anime on Saturdays and stuff like that when we're not online. But you don't have to if you don't want to make a Roblox account, if you don't want to be bothered to like do another community thing. I get it. No pressure. No need to. Alright, that's all I got. Let's go hang out with Kesa. I'll catch y'all on the flip side here. Deuces.